The world of TikTok Shop is flooded with both way too cheap consoles like this $60 MetaQuest 3 and way too expensive consoles like this $800 PS5. And in this video, once again, we are going to put a cheap $50 handheld console up against a $100 expensive one and see if it's worth spending the extra cash. All right, sliding the box open, we have another box inside. Okay, along with we got an SD card in here. It's a CP.
He EB and Neebies to Sleeby.
64 gigabyte SD card. Taking the top off the box, we got a big old piece of foam with like little buttons carved out of it. Underneath that is our console itself. Looks like we have a screen protector. Ooh, and it's actually like a tempered glass one. That's really nice. All right, but sliding the console out of the bag, wow. It's pretty heavy and it's got like a nice feel to it. Now the bar is pretty high. Last time around, we got a $10 handheld console that was actually awesome, but so far, it's not the worst buttons I've ever felt, but they're not good. Anyway, let's go ahead and take the screen protector off. Let's see, top of the console, we got our shoulder buttons and stuff, volume rocker. We got two USB-C cables. One says, what does that say? OTG, I think, and DC, so that's gonna be for charging. I really don't know what that is. And then TF, which is gonna be our SD card slot, and then our power button. And then looking at the back of the console, we just have this little sticker here that's like, it's already like peeled up a little bit. Did I get like a used console? What's going on here? But before we turn the console on, guys, I figure we can do a little comparison here. So here is a Switch OLED, and as you can see, Switch OLED is much larger than this thing. And in fact, I think what it's trying to emulate the closest is probably the Switch Lite. Ignore the missing pieces. It's mostly complete, it's fine. But as you guys can see, it's almost identical in terms of its overall shape and size to a Switch Lite. And then last up here, I have a Steam Deck to compare it to if you guys are more familiar with this kind of size. And yeah, Steam Deck is massive compared to this console. It does have a lot in common with the Steam Deck. Like, look at these lines here. They kind of match what's going on here with the Steam Deck. And then look at this, guys, on the top. Like, look at the shoulder buttons and stuff. That's really similar. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn the console on. I think that's what they were going for. Switch Lite size, Steam Deck form factor, right? All right, booting the console on. We got a guy there. Oh, our little lights turn on. Wow, look at that. And all right, we're on some kind of operating system here. Oh, that sounds awful. What is that sound? Oh, it looks like we're in Android because that's clearly the Android thing. Why are you not turning down? Oh, my bad. Left turns the volume up. That's a plus sign. Like, look at that. I know it's a little thing, but you push the right button and it moves the slider to the left. Like, come on now. Let's see, we got a search bar. I assume this is a star for your like favorite consoles. I have no idea what that is. Settings, and then we have our actual consoles. PSP, CPS1. Oh, and then if I like scroll over here, you get a few more. CPS2, NES, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Game Boy, sideways Game Boy. Why is it sideways? Game Boy Color is also sideways, and then GBA. That's really weird. Let's go ahead and start with NES, just as like a sanity test. If this thing can't run NES games, I don't think we have any hope of running anything else, honestly. Oh, we don't have any games. Oh, I think I have to like put the SD card in. So let me go ahead and shut the console off. Your tablet will shut down. All right, so let's go ahead and put our 64 gigabyte SD card in there. Now let's see if we have games here under NES, and we do. Straight up Super Mario Bros. Is up first here with lowercase m, that's fine. Actually, that is pretty interesting. A lot of the times when we get like these cheap knockoff consoles, they will like purposefully modify the Nintendo games to not have Mario to like make it less obvious that they're using Nintendo IP. I don't know why it matters, but I've seen a lot of consoles do that. But let's go ahead and launch up Super Mario Bros. And see how this works. Oh, this is so weird. The controls are immediately off. Like, it's not... You press B to jump, but it's like a mashed thing. Like if I hold it, he just does this. And I have to like hold A to make him run. So in order to play the way I'm used to, I have to like hold X to have him run around, and then I press the Y button to have him jump. This is wrong. All right, let's see if I can beat 1-1. Boop, nerd. Heck yeah. Now that we're playing a game though, I will say the buttons are fine. They're good enough for a $50 device. You know, they're actually like fairly responsive and stuff. Oh, I missed this earlier. We got a little M button. What does M button do? Oh, this is like our little emulation menu thing. Handle controls. I guess this is where I could modify this stuff. Whatever. Let's just exit the game for now. We got a good number of games here. They're not in any kind of order. Can I sort them in any way? L1 collection. Oh, it just adds it to like your favorites. All right. I don't see any way to sort them. Cool. Batman happy. Batman never happy. We gotta try this out. Is he smiling? He has a smiley face instead of his bat symbol thing. Everyone's wearing masks. They all have happy masks on. What is this? Take that, nerd. Oh, look, the little pickups even have smiley faces on them. What is the point of this? Who made this? Proto Man 5, Proto Man, Mega Man 5. The only Mega Man they have is Mega Man 5. That's so random. Oh wait, there's Mega Man 3. We found another one. If only they were in some kind of alphabetical order. What is Bartman? I have to launch that. There he is. It's Bartman. Okay, there he is. He's Barton. Yeah, punch dogs. Anyway, let's go ahead and step it up a little bit. Let's play some Super Famicom games. Super Demo World, the legend continues, but it's called Super Mario World. All right, let's launch that up. I mean, it just looks like normal Super Mario World. Okay, so B is sprint, A is also sprint, X is your normal jump, and then Y is like your spin jump. Oh my God, that is so wrong. That's a hold A, press X to jump. I hate this. I hate this so much. Also, I do notice we're dropping quite a few frames. It's not like unplayable or anything, but it's definitely not 60 FPS. Hold on, I gotta go back to the menu real quick. This thing is supposed to be able to run PS1 games? All right, let's go ahead and try it. Also, in case you were curious, there is no fan inside this console. It's not making any kind of noise. Yo, we got Crash Bandicoot 3 warped on here, but it shows Crash Bandicoot 1? Okay, gotta see what this is. Excuse me? Oh, it's like all 3 games like in one ROM? Yeah, sure, I guess that works. I mean, guys, I am kind of shocked, but it is playing back just fine. Let's go into Turtle Woods. I'm using the analog stick also. That seems okay. I don't actually remember if Crash 2 supports real analog controls or not, but the analog stick is clearly just mapping out a digital D-pad here. Oh my God, they made X the jump button because it's X to jump on PS1. I hate that. Oh my God, this is so weird. All right, but surprisingly, the PS1 games seem to be working okay, but will N64 games run? I don't know. Yo, they got Castlevania 64 on here? Let's go. Okay, it's a little bit of hitching. Oh, the frame rate's a little over the place, but it is running better than I thought it would. Either way though, guys, I think we got a good idea of what this console can handle. 50 bucks, I gotta say, it's not that bad. It's not amazing, but not bad either. It's not as good as the $10 console that Jacob got last time. But hey, maybe the $100 console in this really obliterated box will outperform everything we've seen from the past video and this one, eh? Let's open the box and find out. What is this? We got a little dude here. Is this like a bug thing or is it like a bean? It looks kind of like a bean. Goodbye. All right, here it is. We got... And first thing I see here, this looks very similar to the console we just looked at. Wow. Does that mean we paid $100 for literally the same machine? I'm gonna be really sad if that's the case. But hey, the box is like different at least. All right, sliding this one open. Everything's just in this like container right here. This, okay. Got a little triangle qualified certificate. I think I saw this on a Smokin' Silicon thing recently. Check out that channel, by the way, up there. Anyway, sliding the console out, we have a foam piece on top that's different from the foam piece on the last console. And looks like we have a black one this time, and it's like borderline the exact same thing. No, I lied, it is the same thing. Except I will say that because it's black, it looks even more like a Steam Deck. I mean, look at this thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and take the screen protector off this one. Oh no, an explosion. And I guess we can look at the outside first before I turn it on. How are the buttons on this one? Ooh. You would think they're exactly the same, but it is a little better. Wow, same with the analog sticks. They're a nice upgrade. Okay, maybe this is not the exact same machine. Oh, this time we have something different going on. We have HD, so it has like a mini HDMI out, and it looks like we already have an SD card pre-installed. Am I even able to get that out? Oh, there it goes, jeez. Looks like it's also 64 gigs, just like the other console. And then looking at the back of the console, ooh, we have things. Look at all these things it's saying it can do. Oh, wow. Does any of that mean anything to you? I doubt it. Also, I gotta say, like, what is up with these triggers? The other consoles like this too, where like the triggers go back like really far as if they like push in, which is just like how the Steam Deck is laid out, right? Because, you know, they're actual analog triggers, but these are just buttons. See, they just click. Either way, let's go ahead and boot the console up and see what happens. Nothing. Nothing happens apparently. Do I need to hold the button for long? Oh, there it goes. Okay, I had to hold it for a little longer. Games power. I really like the lights on this one. It matches like the black a lot better than the green one, I would say. Okay, this is clearly a different UI. Oh God. Oh, hold on. Let's press the right button to turn the volume down. Okay, it looks like we are once again running Android, and the system's like a little dark. Let me go ahead and see if I can find the settings on this one. It looks like it's pretty much the same screen as the last one. Brightness is fine. The viewing angles are fine. Not an amazing screen, but not bad either. For twice as much money though, you'd expect a little bit of an upgrade. We have different themes. Ooh, look at the, ooh, I like that one. Yeah, give me the purple. Well, anyway, guys, it looks like we have the same consoles with like the same layout for everything. Game box? What is game box? 1942 GBA BIOS. Aces Iron Eagle NES, Aces Iron Eagle 3. Welcome to Gamebox, your favorite console. Let's try to load GBA BIOS and see what happens. Why is it so staticky? It's just like a load-up screen thing. Why? Oh, what is this UI? Why are we in 1995 right now? Also, the names and stuff are all the same. Continuing the game, I think that's different. Save status, load state, handle control. Oh, God. Okay, at least they show like a... Wait, it's a PlayStation symbol, but we're in a Game Boy emulator. Start key to exit is bleeding off the screen. There's so much happening right now. This is the worst. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Get me out of here. I don't want to play this game anymore. Anyway, I guess we'll start off, just like the last console, we'll start off with NES, or in this case, Famicom for some reason. All right, well, despite showing Famicom, I think you're still getting Afro Man? Afro Man? That's not a real game. Afro Man. I was going to say you're getting NES games, but I don't know what kind of game Afro Man is. Is this just Mega Man 3, but they all have afros? Why? Why, though? There he is. It's Afro Man. Oh, this enemy doesn't have an afro. That's lame. Oh, wait, when I shoot off the ladder, he turns back into normal Mega Man for a second. Anyway, NES games ran fine. Afro Man. I don't even know. Let's try out Super Famicom and see what happens. No Super Mario World? Oh, come on. Hold on, I can use the search feature to maybe find Mario. Okay, that found Small Mario, Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. So no Super Nintendo games. Whatever. Dracula X, that'll work. Oh, we're dropping so many frames. Oh no. The buttons are wrong. Again, twice the money, twice the problems, I guess. All right, but let's move on to the big boys now. Let's try out PS1. So far, I'm thinking this is literally the same machine, same hardware and everything. And great, the games are just all over the place. You got Pepsi Man on here? You know we're gonna play Pepsi Man. Come on now. Heck yeah. It's just Temple Run, but for the PS1. But hey, Pepsi Man, he's pretty cool, right? Oh, I killed a lady, oh no. And in terms of performance, I will say it's running fine. Last thing I want to test on here is N64. Oh, we got Wave Race 64. Yeah, let's play that. Also, I definitely noticed now that the back of the console is certainly getting warm. It's not horrible, just something to make note of. Ooh, no. Ooh, it does not like Wave Race 64. Oh man. Once again, I have no idea what the controls are and if they're accurate, but yeah, you guys can see it is just not performing right. In fact, I mean, I picked a different game from last time, so maybe Wave Race also performs very poorly on this machine, but if anything, that was a little worse than the green one. Well, guys, I've tested both consoles. Was the $100 console better than the $50 one? No. In fact, the $10 one was pretty much just as good, if not a little better than these. You could buy 10 of those for one of these guys. Why would you buy this? Either way, though, let me know what you guys think of these consoles down in the comments. And if you missed that video from before where we got that incredible $10 console, click this video right here. That thing was amazing. Seriously.